morning, everyone. This is the JD Network, and I'm your host, JD. Breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. NBA star Ja Morant is not allowed to be on the team for 4 more games. Sorry about that, everyone. It's a little, in the words of Nelly, hot in here. As we speak, the NBA is still investigating the incident where star Ja Morant flashed his blicky on Instagram Live. As you know, we're the top network of sports news, and we will get back to you when we find out what happens next. There's an old saying that smart men learn from their mistakes while wise men learn from others' mistakes. And there's an overall lesson that we all as men can learn from Ja Morant's bad decisions, because they weren't mistakes. When I was a chess teacher back in high school, I would always tell my students, think before you make a decision, because you gotta live with those results, whether they're good or bad. As men, we gotta minimize the bad, irrational decisions that we make, because if we don't, we're gonna make our lives harder than they need to be. A lot of what we go through can be avoided if we started thinking more before we make decisions. As you know, I've talked many times on how basketball is my favorite sport. One day I was watching the Chicago Bulls when D Rose was still on the team, and he done cooked somebody, and then the game went to halftime. So my dumb behind decided to go outside and practice the crossover with no shoes on. So I'm and then I start to drive to the basket, and all of a sudden my toes curled, and I tripped, and my toenail of my middle toe came completely off.
That shit hurting.
The worst part is that the next day was actually my 5th grade graduation. So I'm walking and limping everywhere, blood all in my shoe, and I had to give a speech. Also, of course, getting my awards and stuff. That jump bothered me the whole day. That's gotta be the dumbest injury in the dumbest way. I should have made the smart decision to put some shoes on. That could have easily been avoided. And it's crazy because my toes still haven't recovered from that. Ja's poor decision making is what led to this bad outcome. And now the NBA is investigating whether this dude done brought the gun on the plane or the team facilities. If he did, that's gonna be even worse for him. All of this could have been avoided if he didn't flash the blicky on Instagram Live. And I don't say any of this to be negative towards him, because we all make bad decisions. But this is a reason why we all have to think before we make our decisions. Now, this doesn't relate to Ja, but I believe that the downfall of all men that are in their prime as far as success is due to bad decision making. Think of a guy like AB. He was a top wide receiver when he was still in the league, and he had just won a ring with Tom Brady. But he was making bad decisions after bad decisions to the point where he ruined his reputation, to the point that no team wanted him. And now I think he's doing music. Our level of success is directly related to our decision making. The success that we imagine ourselves obtaining can be accomplished as long as we are thinking and making beneficial decisions rather than making decisions to F up our lives. AB could have made more money and added more accolades to his resume if he made better decisions. I'm not here to talk negative about these guys, but we should be able to look into their lives and say to ourselves, I'm going to think before I make a decision so I can be proud of the outcomes that I have. I don't know what's gonna happen to Ja, but as the news develops, I hope things don't get worse, because it's so much fun watching him and reminiscing on how good D Rose was when he was young. Not too long ago, I made a stupid decision. I didn't think before I made that decision, and I actually did a video on it. So go watch that video. Share this video, share my channel so I can continue to serve you with mental wisdom, motivation, and some entertainment.